All right, we are live. Guys, what is going on? MikeCesSr back with another video, and I hope you all had a great weekend. I just wanted to come on really quick and make just a very quick update. This isn't going to be a long stream. I just wanted to cover kind of what's going on with Bitcoin right now and where I see it going and the possibilities on, whether we're going to see a breakout or a consolidation. So a couple of good signs that I'm seeing right now with Bitcoin is, one, on the 6-hour chart, we are not overextended yet, right? We are not overextended, and we have a lot of support at that 15 EMA. I don't want to say a lot of support, but even if we do break that 15 EMA, we have the 55 EMA. Even if we do break the 55 EMA, we do have the 15 EMA right below it within that channel. So as you guys know, I do always say that, there's only so many times where you can kind of knock on a door before you get tired and take a rest and kind of consolidate and get back to the drawing board. And in a lot of cases, that's what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin, or any other cryptocurrency at that, when it's trying to break through a resistance, there's only, a matter of times that it can try before it kind of just pulls back and just, recoups and tries to go for another run. And I kind of feel like that's where we're at right now. We are at a very critical point on, the decision. The weekly candle is about to close in, let's see, in about 8 hours, right? We have a weekly candle closing in 8 hours. So this is kind of a big determination on what's going to happen in the upcoming week on this price here and this channel that we're trading in right now. Whether we are going to break out of this channel or break up or down. There's a lot of things that could happen. So my position, I'm leaning a little bit more towards bullish than bearish at this point. But I also want to say that, being neutral is I'm conflicting, guys. It's at a really critical point, and I guess my biased opinion would say bullish, and I hope that does happen. But it can very well happen if we do break this resistance here. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a resistance in a close above in order to put in any positions on any other altcoins. Now, EOS, guys, I know you guys have been wanting to hear a lot about EOS, the Ethereum killer, Ethereum on steroids. A lot of people are saying that EOS stands for Ethereum on steroids, and I think that's awesome. I never even thought of that until somebody brought it up to me, and I thought that was great. But EOS, as you guys know, is moving away from the Ethereum blockchain, and they are creating their own network, and they are also, there's news coming out that they are partnering with Bitfinex, and they will be creating their own blockchain on the Bitfinex platform. So you will be able to, I think, buy directly into EOS. I'm not sure if that's 100% accurate, but I will make a video later on in the day or maybe even tomorrow on exactly what the EOS, what advantages there are to be holding EOS. Now, EOS, that whole price manipulation that happened a while back, that happens with a lot of coins, and you have to always remember that stuff is going to happen, but it doesn't stop it's not going to stop where the price is going to end up in the future. A lot of people are bullish on EOS because it is an overall great project. And I want to just take a look at that chart really quick so we can go over it and what I think, my opinion on what's going to end up happening with EOS after this mainnet launch is officially over. Now, I think there's a couple of days left. I know they're kind of leaving us hanging, right? They're leaving us like in the dark about exactly what airdrops they're going to be providing, exactly what they're going to be doing, and what this whole mainnet is going to be consisted of. So I think a lot of people are just hesitant, and they're holding their positions because they're just waiting to see what their next move is going to be. I don't know why all these trend lines are here, but I'm getting rid of them. So with EOS, I can continue seeing a run up until the mainnet launch is officially done, right? And until all that stuff is behind us and all that hype is over, I think we are going to see a small little consolidation. I'm not going to say exactly what price I think it's going to go down to because, you know, it's really hard to say. But, you know, I do see some consolidation, but a continuous growth throughout the year. I honestly do think EOS has huge potential to be, you know, one of those projects that in a few years from now, we're really going to wish or be happy that we got into it. So I also want to talk about another thing, guys, and this is something that's been brought up a lot to my attention in my DMs and all that stuff. Josh, what's going on, man? Sorry I missed the last few shows. Been enthralled with Turnio being on exchanges now. Who ended up listing Turnio? That's great news, Josh, and thank you for coming in. Yeah, let me know what exchange is it on. Is it on IDEX? So let's talk about BitMEX real quick, guys. BitMEX and leverage trading. Leverage trading can be very, 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 very dangerous, and it can be very, very beneficial. But you have to know when to go leverage, when to go short, when to go long. You can't force a position. And I know when I first started trading on leverage, I found myself forcing positions because I saw the potential of profits that I was being able to make during, you know, a fall, during a drop, or during a run. A lot of the times I never really put a long position in, but I was able to capitalize from that $11,000 area all the way down to the, I don't know, 65, and I shorted pretty much that entire time down, and I made a lot of money doing that. But I found that after, right, I kept trying to look for shorts that weren't there. I kept trying to find shorts or find positions and patterns that didn't exist because I wanted to see that profit. I kept wanting to see more and more money. I got greedy. And that's something that you really can't do. Sometimes you just have to turn your head and, like I was saying yesterday, turn your head and click that button and just take the loss. Because if you don't take that loss, you're going to get liquidated and you're going to take even a bigger loss. So stop losses and taking that loss is very important. Now, I have somebody here that's joining us on this stream today. His name is Nick. He's part of a lot of the communities that I'm in on Discord. Nick, what is up?
What's up, brother?
How you doing, man?
Good, and you?
Good. I just want to ask you a couple questions, man. And to my viewers who are watching, what was your experience with BitMEX? How did you get involved? And just tell me a little bit about how you got into it.
Well, I guess we'll start with how I got into it. I got into it from going long in Binance and running into the communities and just hearing about it, hearing about the 100x leverage. Caught my attention, and yeah, I just slowly started looking into it and finally made an initial investment. It was a small investment, and went from there and just started shorting. And it was a good way to short with leverage, and I was actually able to gain 800% off of that account.
Yeah.
Off of that $100, I turned it into $800.
That's awesome.
That was the highs. That was the highs that I went through.
Yeah, I remember when you did that. And when you had first started, we were talking, and you know, a lot of the emphasis I was trying to make to you is how important stop losses were, and how because I've been there. I've been there when you get up to that position where you're 800% in the positive, but then you know, what happened after that? Did you end up finding yourself doing kind of the same situation that I was doing, kind of looking for stuff that wasn't there?
Yeah, well, we found the bottom, you know what I mean? Well, temporarily.
Right.
As of right now, we're still going through that channel of
right.
that upward trend. But yeah, after that bounce, I just was forcing trades, trying to get my shorts in with a higher leverage, and I thought I had something going, you know, and it showed me that I had nothing going.
Yeah.
I didn't know shit.
Yeah.
You know?
So
and it just slowly started eating, and yeah.
Yeah. So did you start so when you first got into BitMEX, what was your first leverage? Like when you first started, did you start with 10x or did you start with 25x or did you just go right to 100?
I started with 10x.
Yep.
Everybody was saying start with 5, maybe even 1. But that didn't last long. I'm not gonna lie. I think my second trade, I boosted it up to 25.
Right.
And then my third trade, I think I was at 50. And then the next day, I think I was already at 100.
Yeah.
That's the bullshit, you know?
Yeah, no, of course, man. And that's what this is all about. We want to be transparent. We want to tell you guys about our wins, and we also want to tell you guys about our losses, because it's important that you guys know that. And it's important that you guys know that there is times that you're going to take a loss, but you have to learn from that loss. You cannot expect to not take a loss and then give up or just call it quits. Now, are you going to leverage again? Are you gonna continue with?
I am gonna refund it. I'm gonna take it a little slower though. I'm not gonna use as much leverage.
Right.
You don't really need the leverage, honestly.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you don't need it. It's just a benefit to your favor, but take it with a grain of salt. Like, be gentle with it. Don't take it for granted, because that shit will bite you in the ass.
Right, and it will, and you don't want to get liquidated.
And it has, you know.
Yeah.
I still have a little bit of funds in there. I have my initial investment still. But
basically, what we're trying to say is that if you guys do any type of leverage positions or trades, set your stop losses, because that takes the emotional part out, and it will, you know, right? And it kind of gets you out of a situation, even though your head and your brain is telling you, oh, I know it'll come back down, or I know it'll go back up. I know it'll go back up, even though, you know, you don't know that for sure. So when you set a stop loss, it kind of takes the emotional aspect of it out, and it really provides just security and protects your funds. And Nick, I want to thank you for coming on, man, so much. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for sharing your story, and I will talk to you soon. I very much appreciate it.
Thank you. You have a good one, bro.
Take care, bro. So, guys, it's just when you trade with leverage, and for those of you who don't know, the higher the leverage you go, the lower your liquidation price will be. So the higher leverage that you end up using, the higher risk you're going to get to actually get liquidated and lose all your investment. So two things that I really suggest is, one, guys, set your stop losses. Set them up as soon as you enter a position. Set a stop loss up below a support, right? If you see an obvious support, right? So say, let's go to the charts for an example. Let's go to the XBT chart for an example, right? So say I set a long position right now, because on the 6-hour chart, we see this 55 EMA is getting held on this candle, right? This 6-hour candle is being held up by this 55 EMA. Now, what you would do, or what I would do in my case, right? You guys do your own trading. You guys formulate your own opinion. But what I would do if I were going long in this position is I would actually go long, I would wait for a little bit of a pullback, put in my long position, and then I would set a stop loss, right? Now, no matter if I go 10 times, if I go 25 times, I would set my stop loss below an EMA, right? Below a support. That way, because if it can wick down, there is stop loss hunters out there who will try to, you know, stop you out of position. So be aware of that as well. You know, set your stop loss way higher than your liquidation price. That way your assets will be protected. So in the case of me going long here, what I would end up doing is I would probably enter position and then just set a stop loss, you know, below one of these EMAs and take it from there. So I hope you guys found value in that. I hope I answered your questions. I hope you know, you got a little bit about leverage, because it can be very dangerous, but it can be very beneficial as well. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Any coins you want to take a look at? You know, my overall BTC stand, you know, I'm fairly bullish right now. I really would like to see us get a close above this resistance. Once we get a close above this resistance, and as you can see, we've tried once, twice, 3 times. This is the 6-hour. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Yeah, same thing. So, you know, 3 times. We've tried 3 times. And we're not quite getting that success. We're not quite getting it. So we might get a little bit of consolidation, but we do have a lot of support. We have support within the 15 EMA, 55 EMA, and we also have this very bullish crossover of the 15 crossing the 55. So, and we also have more support at this, you know, trend line. So, you know, overall, I'm looking more bullish than bearish, but with the chance of consolidation. That's what I got on that. Let's take a look at a few other things. There was some call outs that we were able to make. Guys, go check out my TradingView channel. Go check out my Twitter. I'm always active on there, and I'm trying to be as active as I can with all the stuff going on. But last night we made a great call on XRP as well as ION. ION was one of our call outs. We were able to make, I believe, 8% profits on that. We ended up getting out of a position, but even if you were to enter during, you would still be looking pretty good. Again, it saw a little bit of a pullback, but we were pushed right back down from that 200 EMA. So if you are a swing trader, day trader, scalper, you know, whatever the case is, you know, that was a decent entry point. Not the greatest, but we did see a little bit of a run from it. With now consolidation getting pulled back. I'm not sure where those EMAs are right now because those EMAs don't show live, but I'm sure they're up here, and I'm sure it's bouncing off an EMA with a wick down. There was also XRP. XRP looked decent to me yesterday. I thought it looked pretty solid. I know right now it's trading fairly well, but we're getting small little gains. Now, these aren't call outs that I'm basing on, you know, if we were in a down market, I wouldn't even be calling out anything. I wouldn't be saying much about anything because in a down market and in a bear market, you're going to, you know, the market's going to move with BTC. XLM, you want to take a look at XLM. Josh, what's up, man? Right now, Stellport, Stellar Term, right now, 1 in top 10. 1 top 10 and 1 top 15 revealed soon. Good, man. Awesome. We'll have a chat about that later, man. Let's talk about that after. Just jump into Discord and have a chat. XLM. Let's take a look at XLM. XLM. All right, so right now with XLM, we are seeing a bit of a consolidation after a nice bounce off that 55 EMA. A nice double bottom actually here. This would have been a strong buying point in my opinion, guys. Right when you see a situation like this occur, this double bottom, you know, that is a very strong buy point, especially a double bounce off the EMA. Once you get those double bounces off of 55 EMA and a double bottom, that's a very strong buy in my opinion. We also came up and we saw a nice consolidation that almost formed into a bull flag pattern, and we bounced off both the 15, the 200, and also got a crossover of the 15 over the 200 EMA, which is also a very bullish sign. So that's where we were able to see this influx of volume come in there. Now we're starting to get a little M, this double top. We can't even consider that a double top. It's a little bit higher. So I do think we are going to see a little bit of consolidation with XLM. That's what it's showing me on the chart. We may get a pullback down to the 15 EMA, maybe even down to the 55. But if you are looking to get into a position or already are into a position, I don't see it going any further for the time being. I do think it's going to see a little bit more of a consolidation before it continues its run. But a lot of this run obviously was from the news that came out about the USD pairing. No problem, man. No problem. So that's about it, guys. Like I said, I wanted to make this video short. We do have some big news coming out. We are, I can't say much yet, but we're doing a lot of restructuring within the channel, within the community, and we have some really exciting stuff to announce. I can't wait to share it with you guys. I actually have a meeting tonight at 6 o'clock with somebody that is going to be potentially involved, and it's gonna be cool, man. We're gonna get down. We're gonna get down on this channel. So I hope you guys found value in this video. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Enjoy the weather. I know it's nice over here wherever you are. Hopefully it is too. And you know, keep in touch. If you have any questions, DM me on Twitter, any one of my social media platforms. Hit that subscribe button. If you found value, please hit that like button. And keep trading. Keep your head up. And let's hope this thing can we can break this resistance here. Where are we at? Let's hope that we can get a close over. let's hope we can at least jump up this 200. My call is 81. If we break out, we're going to go up to 81. That's what I'm looking at. 8100 is my target if we do and can break out of this channel. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. And until the next one, you guys be good.